Hey everyone, welcome to a new video. So today, my AirTag just arrived in the mail. And just in case you don't know what they are basically item trackers, like a tile, but done in the Apple way. They cost $29 each. They're just like a little white puck you can attach to things so you can find them if they're lost or if you can't find them. And today we are going to be unboxing this and then do a demonstration and review. This will be a fun video. Let's get the video started. And as you guys can see, the packaging is pretty simple. On the front you get AirTag, on the back you have a bunch of text and this whole thing. On the bottom we have Apple and our classic green tape. So yeah, pretty simple packaging. Let's get it opened. And here's our green tape. And then I assume it just opens like this. Oh yeah, I think you just grab the tape and yeah, it just opens like this. Then there's like this paper tray. How to take this out. Oh god, okay. It says AirTag. There's some paperwork inside this. It just basically tells you, ooh, replaceable battery, yeah. I didn't mention it, but it actually has a replaceable battery. Yeah, it's an Apple product. Replaceable battery, 2021. This is just basically a user manual. Okay, but this is the main star of the show. It says AirTag. So let's just open it. Okay, there's a quick guide right here, and yeah. Let's see. Update to the latest iOS or iPadOS, which will be iOS 14.5. Hold near the device and follow the instructions. And here's our teeny tiny little AirTag inside our wrapping. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's get our packaging outside. It's tiny. This is a quarter, and this is a tag. Yeah, it's small, as expected. And on the front, you have a plain white plastic, although you can engrave it if you want to at checkout. On the back, it just says AirTag. And here we go. Here's the wrap. Wow. You can see the back is really reflective. You know the old iPods that have these shiny stainless steel backs? Yes, this back is that same kind of stainless steel, which is a fingerprint magnet. And also scratches easily. And the final part of this wrapping is actually like the battery pull tab thing. And if we pull it, the AirTag will get power and... Oh gosh, this is actually really tight. Okay, and it makes a sound. So now we can hold our phone near it. Okay. Oh, here we go. AirTag. Connect. Custom name, and let's just name it David's AirTag, but you can select a preset name like backpack or stuff too. So David's AirTag, let's continue. Emoji. I'm just gonna be a boring guy and set it as a white circle because why not? Okay, I have to register it to my Apple ID. So it's now connecting it to my Apple ID, and once they're tied, it's connecting to my Apple ID. And, oh, here we go. So it shows where my AirTag is. Play a sound, or you can find with Siri. So let's open our Find My app. The visitor tag was you. That's it. That's the setup process. And now, just with these simple steps, it's now set up. And now let's get into some details about this AirTag and my review of it. But how do you find your lost item anyways? Well, there are two options if your lost item is within close proximity to you, like in your home or in your workplace. So first one is called proximity finding. That's what Apple calls it. What it basically means is you can play a sound. Yeah, just open Find My and there's a button that says play sound. Just play a sound on AirTag, follow the sound, and find your item. Really simple. And its Bluetooth range, as tested by me, is actually pretty great. So I'm in the garage right now, which is at the exact opposite end of my house as my room where the AirTag is, and I can still play a sound on it. The speaker is also quite loud, like the door is closed and the AirTag is like 100 feet, maybe a bit more from this room, and you can still hear it. The sound is still audible, so yeah, it's pretty great. But the cool one that everyone's talking about is precision finding. And by the way, it does require iPhone 11 or 12 because it does require ultra-wideband capabilities. But basically what it is that using the ultra-wideband signals, if your iPhone's in range of the AirTag, which as tested by Marques Brownlee is around 30 to 40 feet, the iPhone can actually provide you the precise directions and the precise distance to your AirTag in feet. For example, if your stuff is 15 feet away, your iPhone will say 15 feet away, but it'll also show an arrow that shows where your stuff is. It will say like 14 feet to the left or 14 feet behind or something like that. And if you're staying on the right path, the screen will turn green. And this is really useful. For example, if your AirTag is lost on a shelf. Proximity finding is useful in guiding you to the shelf, but where exactly is the AirTag? So just use the precision finding. If you get close to the item, it will say it's here, and the haptics get stronger, and you can find your item really quickly and easily. It's really great, actually, and really genius. But what if your stuff is really lost? For example, you go to a mall, and you left your backpack at the mall. Oops. Now, how do you find it? Well, it's actually really easy. So as tested by Max Tech, every 15 minutes or so, the AirTag will send out a signal to pick up if there are other iPhones nearby. And if a person with an iPhone walks by your backpack, the AirTag will send out the signal, the phone will anonymously communicate with it, and you, the person who left the backpack behind, you can actually see where the AirTag is on your phone. Because using this technology, using the entire network, Apple calls it the Find My network of iPhones consisting of hundreds of millions of devices, there's a very good chance that you can actually find your lost item. As I said, it uses that signal to communicate with other nearby iPhones to passively update your AirTag's location. And then you can just press the directions button and you can get the directions to where your lost item is, because it already used other iPhones to passively update its location. And by the way, all of these communications or location updates with other iPhones and stuff are all anonymous. So you just drive there and you can just find your item and go home. Or if you don't want to do that, you can actually activate lost mode. So no one else can pair to the AirTag and can actually notify you when the location is updated. You can leave a phone number and message there. So a person with an NFC-capable smartphone, it doesn't have to be an iPhone, it can be an Android phone too, can just tap the AirTag and it leads them to a website with your phone number and message you've left, which is really nice, and the person can call you to pick your lost item up or stuff like that. So the chance of you finding your really lost item is very high. Now, let's say your girlfriend is afraid that you'll cheat on her, so she buys an AirTag and slips it in your bag. Well, how do you know if someone else is AirTag maliciously tracking you? Well, Apple has actually thought about that too. So, if someone slips an AirTag in your bag and wants to track you or stalk you or anything, so if an AirTag is found separated from its owner, and it's found moving with you. If you have an iPhone and you go to a location of significance like your home or workplace, your phone will actually give you a handy notification that says unknown AirTag found moving with you or stuff like that. So you are aware that someone's actually tracking you and you can just take the battery out. I will talk about that later in this video, but yeah, it's pretty handy. And this notification also serves another purpose. For example, if you're on a train or something and someone's bag with AirTags left behind, you'll get the same notification. So you can find the bag and get the owner's phone number and hopefully return the lost bag to its owner. So this notification actually serves two purposes, and it's a win-win. But what if you have an Android phone or you have an iPhone, got a notification, but can't find the AirTag that's tracking you? Well, it will just make a sound after a while, so you can find it. But these anti-stalking features also leads to this AirTag as not a great anti-theft device. Like, for example, if your car doesn't have a built-in GPS tracker, and you're like, I'm going to buy an AirTag and put it in my car, so if a thief steals my car, then I can know where the car ended up in. But if the thief has an iPhone, they'll actually get a notification, and they can just find the AirTag and disable it, which makes it very pointless. But as Dave2D pointed out, and as I mentioned earlier in this video, it will only notify you if you are close to a location of significance. So if the thief does have the audacity to drive the stolen car to their home or workplace, then their iPhone will notify them. But it will start beeping after a while anyways, so yeah, it's kind of pointless. But the AirTag's not meant to be an anti-theft device anyways. So if you want to buy a tracker for a car, just buy a dedicated car tracker. Don't use this as an anti-theft device. Now, some extras about this AirTag. So the battery life. The battery lasts about a year under normal use. And yes, it does have a replaceable battery, as I mentioned earlier in this video. You just press the end on the back, twist it, and the standard CR2032 coin cell battery will fall out. That's actually the same battery that's used in many watches and car key fobs. And you can get them for like very cheap. So it's easy to replace the battery. It already has one built in, but if your battery does run out, your iPhone will notify you and you can just pop in a new one. It's also IP67 waterproof, which means it can survive in a 1 meter deep stretch of water for up to 30 minutes. So if you drop your keys with AirTag into a puddle, it will still survive and work. So is it worth it, and who is it for? Well, if you have an iPhone and you lose your stuff a lot, or if you are afraid that you're gonna lose your stuff, then this is a very great item tracker. You'll get the best experience if you have an iPhone 11 or 12, but just using it with any other iPhone running iOS 14.5 or later also works very great. You just won't get the precision finding. So it's a pretty nice item tracker at just $29. And if you want to attach it to a key, then just spend $2 more on a key attacher on AliExpress. Then you'll probably never lose your stuff ever again, even if they're like really lost. So if you're traveling, attach it to your luggage or backpack, or if you lose your everyday objects, just attach it to a TV remote or your wallet or stuff like that. It's also really great, so you can find them around the house. I really wish Apple will make some different shapes and sizes, but this $29 little white puck, I think if you're afraid that you're gonna lose your stuff and have an iPhone, is worth it. And you'll be really thankful the next time you lose your wallet, because it will have this so you can find it much faster. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, hit the like button below, make it blue. And also, subscribe to my channel if you want more amazing tech videos. Just click that red button below. It's free. Only 2% of you guys watching are actually subscribed, so make sure to subscribe. So my chart and ratio doesn't look extremely weird. Also check out my channel website and my new custom domain at djtech.org, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!